Hello everybody, my name is Brent Goodman. I'm going to do a little bit of fact introduction about the band. Looked them up on Wikipedia, so I'm just going to do a little bit of letting you all know about this great band that's going to be here today at Ship in the Woods. So to start off, we got Sam Coomes back here, and he wanted to let me know that there's Buzzy, which is one of his inspirations, the buzzard, and then Hetty is also something that he considers a partner in music, inspiration. He's inspired by legal psychedelics these days. That's what he's into as artistic influence. He's from Portland, Oregon, and he's told me his quotes are, "Life is my life." And he was in some bands you may have heard of or maybe not, Quasi, and he worked with Elliott Smith. He was in Built to Spill, and right now he's looking forward to doing more work with Sun Foot. And a little background, when I was meeting him, he had a really hard, very firm handshake. My hand's hurting still a little bit now. He did challenge me to arm wrestle, but I didn't take him up on it. I was afraid after the handshake I would get hurt. He taught me within 3 minutes how to play in some instruments, so that was kind of cool to learn that fast with such a great teacher. And I'm too bashful to play them now, but believe me, it's like when I get home I'm going to be practicing what he taught me. In Portland, Oregon, he can get out of a parking ticket by just, telling people that he's Sam Coomes, which is kind of cool, except it's not cool when he parks in handicapped parking spaces, especially when some grandma needs to get to the CVS pharmacy for medications on time. But being famous has its perks. He also mentioned that should you want to meet him, because he's trying to build up his career, he will have a table. He will be selling t-shirts and CDs for $5 each, just to get his name out there with Facebook, Instagram account, so people know who he is. All right, and then back over here we have a few guys I met. They're pretty cool. Brian in the tank top, has a black tank top. He has a twin sister, and she's not a musician. He's in a band called Jacko Blanker, because I can't say the last word. Look them up. He works at a public library, and he's always giving people fines just because he's bored. It's a pretty mundane job. He can't talk a lot, so there's a few people that owe a few $100s in books they never checked out. You got to keep it real. And then he works at the Theater Hollywood in Portland, Oregon, as a projectionist. And if the audience isn't into the film, he'll just shut the lights off the whole theater, including the projection screen. So you need to be amped with this band on stage. That's how he considers his music, is the way projectionist. And 6 years of getting back into being a projectionist. And his biggest, most prized possession of art is a ceramic plate that Ulrich Meinhof has on the image. It's one of his favorite journalists. And he builds homemade oscillators as an artist. Which is kind of cool. I asked him what that was, and he told me this long answer I couldn't explain to you anyway, so just believe me that he builds oscillators as an artist. I asked him where he got his tank tops, and he says he gets them at Goodwill. And I said, well, I don't have a body for tank tops. It's cool that you do. And he said, well, he gave me some facts on how to do push-ups and chin-ups and dieting. And so I'm going to, hopefully, I'm probably not going to listen to him on it because I eat what I want. But it's kind of cool to see someone who has their stuff together. And then, let's see, one of these guys, I think it was Brian, has an uncle poet, Mike Logan, who was the poet of Montana years ago, poet laureate. And then there's Lou, let's see. No, Brian is the one who has a fear of water. Okay, I'm getting the notes a little mixed up. But Brian has a fear of water, but today he went swimming in the pool anyways, and he did it, and he's really proud of himself. He even did a few laps, and the kids were complaining because they were getting splashed. He shoved out of the way, but that's the way life works. And then we got Chris, who's wearing the hat with the brain on it. Real cool guy. His thing is he's dealing with the lizard people and concerned about their peacefulness with the lizard people. And he said his grandma was a fish, and my grandma was a fish times infinity. So I'm not making that one up. But the reason he said those things isn't just spiritual beliefs that he doesn't want people to make fun of. It's hard for some people to come out about the religion because it could be mocked by other people. But he used to be tested at MIT and in Massachusetts, and he was also a test subject at Jet Propulsion Laboratory out in Pasadena. So after those experiences, he earned enough money to pay for rent for a few years, but it's one of those things that it changed who he was as a person since then. And then there's Ron. I'll go real quick with Ron. He took a Cessna plane with Yosemite with his dad in the 6th grade. He's the one who's wearing sunglasses, tall guy. And he used to speak Spanish, but now doesn't speak a lick of it anymore. And he marvels at the beauty of life, and he's glad to live life and be alive. And Ron told me a secret of how to win money real fast. It's the shape of how it works is some kind of pyramid thing where the guy at the top will be me one day, and right now I'm at the guy at the bottom, and it looks like a billiards thing when you line up all the coop balls all together. But I don't have much money, so then he said, well, it's nice to meet you, and went to talk to his friends. All right, thank you guys. It's Brent Goodman.